Hello everyone. So in this lesson, you will learn about operations on functions. So it is like adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing regular integers or numbers or polynomials. But this time, we're going to use functions, or we're going to evaluate function. So that is the sum, difference, product, and quotient of functions. Okay, so let f and g be into functions. Okay, so it is denoted by, for the sum, f plus g of x is equal to f of x plus g of x. For the difference, it is denoted by f minus g of x is equal to f of x minus g of x. For the product, it is denoted by f times g of x is equal to f of x times g of x. And for the quotient, it is denoted by f divided by g of x is equal to f of x over g of x, where g must not, or g of x must not be equal to 0. Because if g of x will become 0, and that will be undefined. Okay? So that is the restriction of the quotient of the function. The denominator must not be equal to 0. Okay, examples. Given that f of x is equal to 3x minus 2 and g of x is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. Find the following and determine the domain of the resulting function. Okay, so letter A, that is the sum of two functions. Okay, so that is f plus g of x is equal to f of x plus g of x. Okay, so we're going to combine the two functions. Okay, so our f of x is equal to 3x minus 2 plus our g of x is x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay, next, combine like terms. So that will be x squared, combine 3x and 2x because they both have the variable x. So 3x plus 2x is 5x. And then the two constants, or two constant number, we have negative 2 and then negative 3. Okay, so negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. And this will be the value of f plus g of x. Okay, next, letter B. The difference of f and g of x. Okay, so f minus g of x is equal to f of x minus g of x. So our f of x is 3x minus 2, then minus, open parenthesis, our g of x is x squared plus 2x minus 3, close parenthesis. Okay, next we're going to distribute the negative sign on each term inside the parenthesis using the distributive property of multiplication. Okay, so bring down 3x minus 2 and then negative times x squared is negative x squared. Negative times 2x is negative 2x. Negative times negative 3 is positive 3. Combine like terms. So that will be negative x squared, then 3x minus 2x will give us 1, or will give us x. Okay, so plus x. And negative 2 plus 3 will give us 1. Okay, so the final answer is negative x squared plus x plus 1. Alright, letter C. F times g of x. Okay, so that is f times g of x, or f of x times g of x. Okay, so the product of the two functions. So for our f of x, the value of f of x is 3x minus 2. Then close parenthesis multiplied by g of x, x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay, next, we're going to use the distributive property of multiplication. Okay, so 3x times x squared, okay, 3x times x squared will give us 3x cubed. Okay, next, 3x times 2x will give us 6x squared. Then 3x times negative 3 is negative 9x. Okay, next, for the second term, negative 2. So negative 2 times negative 2 times x squared will give us negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times 2x is negative 4x. And negative 2 times negative 3 will give us positive 6. Okay, next, combine like terms. Okay, bring down 3x cubed, combine 6x squared minus 2x squared, so that will give us positive 4x squared. Okay, next, negative 9x minus 4x will give us negative 13x, and then bring down positive 6. Okay, so this is the value of f times g of x. Okay, letter D. Okay, letter D, so that is the quotient of two function. Okay, quotient of two function. So this is also equal to f of x over g of x. So our f of x is 3x minus 2. And our g of x is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay, so we can still simplify the denominator of our quotient. Okay, so that will be equal to 3x minus 2. Okay, we can factor out this. So that is the factor of x squared plus 2x minus 3 will be x plus 3, x plus 3, and x minus 1. So x minus 1. Okay, so and that will be the final answer. Okay, this is the value of f over g of x. Okay, now let us determine the domain of the resulting function. For letter A, B, and C, so these are polynomials, and the domain of the polynomials will be all real numbers, or from negative infinity to the positive infinity. So that is the domain of the function, or that is the domain for the polynomial. Okay, So from negative infinity up to the positive infinity, or all real numbers. Okay? While for the letter D, the domain will be, okay? The domain will be all real numbers except negative 3 and positive 1. Okay? All real numbers except negative 3 and positive 1. Because if x will be negative 3, the answer is the denominator will be 0. Okay? If x is positive 1, the denominator will become 0. And if we are going to, and that will be undefined. Okay? So that is the restriction. Okay, so the domain will be for letter D, the domain will be from negative infinity, negative infinity, then negative 3, union, negative 3, positive 1, union, positive 1 up to the negative infinity. Okay, so we have here the restriction. Okay, so x must not be equal to negative 3 and positive 1.